Was it a plus?
Let me see.
I feel like Patrick's was a plus something.
Mine's a +2.
Yeah, okay.
Let me get back to you on that, Jameson.
Okay.
I gotta find it
I'm,
in the
I'm
notes.
probably not going to use it this
There-
session at all. So
If one's a +2, then the other one should make sense to be a +2 as well.
it is pretty nice. It gets that chain thing every time I hit somebody. But I get half heals, like, for as long as I'm attuned to it.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of like the guy who dies a lot. Does he really need that?
I'm sure it's a +2. Just go with it.
The guy who doesn't heal a lot, does he really need that?
Maybe if I switch to like full-on healer cleric,
Boring.
it'll outweigh. There was actually this thing where somebody made a fire domain thing I was looking at, where their thing they get for the class is like it's like Hellish Rebuke, only it's not, but it pretty much is. And every time you deal damage at all, people catch on fire, which I thought was like a little
That's cool.
insane, but
Pretty anime.
we can adjust it if I do go that route.
Your dog's still staying around, Jameson?
Dude, you say that shit. I can't fucking find him like an hour
Oh
ago.
my
I can't
god.
find him. I was like, I'm not even gonna worry about you because he'll
Yeah.
come back.
He's having fun. He's having adventures.
Little Samuel.
He's
a
doing,
good little dog. He bites children though, which is
My sister-in-law's dog hates kids. Like,
I don't. I
fucking
think he
rabies.
got abused. I think he got abused by kids or something. Because like big people, he loves them.
James's dog is doing the homebound experience.
Yeah, pretty much. And
We
somebody found like a huge black bear track not too long ago, like right down the road. So it's like,
Oh, no.
I didn't realize we had bears.
We found out I have to put mine down.
Oh,
What,
shit.
Audrey?
Seriously?
Not really. Well, she's fine.
For fucking what?
She's totally fine, but she has this dry eye problem, so we
Oh
have to
my
give her
God.
drops every day. So we're just gonna put her down instead.
Shut the fuck up, Gary. That is a sweet dog. Don't you fucking fuck with
That's the only answer. There's, I mean, eye drops. I can't be bothered with it. It's just,
Yeah, every day, dude. Come on.
Did y'all hear about the lady who killed her dog because it was going to keep her from catching a flight?
yeah.
I did hear that.
Oh my god!
Yeah.
Yeah. God.
I think I might have even posted it in the chat, but like, yeah, like they found the
that's
dog
cool.
like drowned in the bathroom. Why couldn't she just, I don't know, let him off the leash?
Wasn't it at the fucking airport?
Yeah.
Yes,
the airport.
yes.
Good Christ. In heaven.
That's what I'm saying. Like, wow, why did little dude have to die?
I mean, the only thing I could think of is that flight must have been very important and resulted in her getting some dick.
I don't know if that's.
I don't think that's the case, but when you're that
You
fucking
can just
crazy,
let it go.
I would just like, if it was that important, I would have just been like, oh no, he got off the leash.
He
Oh, there's
ran.
my
Yeah.
flight. Yeah, like if it's that bad.
Yeah.
Hey.
yeah. But if you would have done that, it would have been questionable. Like, okay, well, you tried to come in through checking with the dog, and now you don't have a dog, and it's been 5 minutes. What happened?
Thinking about putting this cat down. There's nothing wrong with her. She just screams at me and insists on laying in my lap while I'm at the computer. So I have to do everything one-handed.
I mean, look, you already got one
You
crazy
know you
pussy in the
enjoyed
house.
that.
You don't need another one.
Yeah. Frey Frey's a good little kitty. She's just kind of fucking insane. It's okay, Frey.
We were just getting started, Joshy.
Ooh. Look at
Perfect
you
moment.
with the new sound.
Oh, is it really that
Doesn't he
different?
sound good?
Oh yeah.
It is
really
dramatically
is that
better.
difference.
Hey, people complained about my headset for so long. I thought they were just messing with me.
No, Garrett, have you ever gone back and listened to any of the episodes?
No, hell no. I hate the sound of my voice.
Then you would understand where we come from if you did that.
There has
It
been
is-
many times that I've said things and like nobody laughed or responded or
That's
anything. you know?
why.
Sometimes it's really hard to understand you, but now
So
we
the problem
won't
with
be laughing because we can hear the joke. I'm fucking.
So the problem that I noticed with your old mic is that sometimes it just wouldn't pick up on your voice, and we would either come in on the tail end of your joke or what you were saying, or just not even
Yeah,
hear
that
it.
would happen too,
Oh, yeah.
and I'd just be like, "What?"
Huh?
Be like my coworker. He came in one night. First time he ever played video games with like my cousin and them, and we were sitting there doing something, and Jonah hopped into chat and he's like, "Yeah, I got addicted to crack again today." And this guy's never met him before in his life, and he's just like, "Okay."
I feel sorry for your family.
Thoughts and prayers.
Lots of prayers.
Well,
Oh my god, I just had a great idea. Every time Pitch kills somebody, can I carve the words "thoughts and prayers" into their skull?
Prayers and positivity.
hmm
Get well soon.
You'll light a candle for them or something. This pitch. Well, what happened last time on D&D?
A lot happened last time. A lot, and not a lot of time.
A lot of yapping.
Betrayal of the century.
Oh yeah.
I did my thing where I have a true anime moment, and it worked.
For once.
Yeah.
Betrayed Nitsa.
My jaw dropped for sure. I had a jaw drop moment.
You love that shit. You were like, "Oh my god, let's do it."
Yes, absolutely. Because at the end, it's going to be like, she's like, well, I kind of like you guys. Maybe I can go on your adventures. And it would have been like, new friend acquired.
You notice every time he does that, he doesn't expect it, and now it's become like an anticipated thing for us to do.
It's gonna be harder for me to do it again now.
Any friendly NPC is just going to be sweating, sitting beside him.
Garrett's gonna be thinking how to do a character sheet for him.
I told Patrick, if he wants to swap his character out, it's one more trustworthy, trusting soul.
Yeah, let him murder me again. I don't think so.
Oh, buddy, we need to talk about Pitch. It's an emergency.
No, you need to keep your fucking mouth shut about him. He's gonna find out.
You're like battered wives.
Look, he's got a stone eye now. That doesn't mean he lost the other one.
Everyone's
got
thinking it.
somewhat
Nobody's talking about it.
The heroes are here.
It's just me with this horrible. Oh yeah, that's another thing. If I attune to that weapon, I get like an aura of dread,
Mm-hmm.
and I get advantage on people who are afraid of me.
Coach, Pitch is just gonna start walking around. It's like, that ain't my weapon, bitch.
So, yeah, Queen Nitsa betrayed. There was her and her sister, and she presented her case in one distinct path, and Queen Nitsa presented the other. And you guys, mostly Pitch, I suppose, chose the other. The other.
Hey, I chose true to my character.
Her sister had, at least from what you guys saw, kind of stole the throne from Memon in his. He had abandoned his realm for thousands of years. He was doing his own thing. He had this whole side quest going on, and in that time, she had done this betrayal of 1,000 years, 10,000 years, just gathering these resources, and with the blood of her sister and you guys helping, she was able to complete it. And she was changing into this horrible monster, coughing up gold and blind, but could see more than ever before.
Dude, I'll sleep with mine. You can sleep with it.
So, you guys fucked up that realm. You guys ready to leave? Yeah.
I'm here in hell, and I'm gonna make hell regret it.
No.
Yeah.
Bitch.
Yeah, we are currently in in the mansion right now,
Yes, indeed.
resting as needed.
I think I told you guys as homework that I'm sure you're all just remembering right now.
Memories.
What do your rooms look like? You can customize them to a certain extent.
I don't remember you saying that at all.
He
Maybe you
definitely
didn't hear me.
Probably no one heard you.
I actually heard that one. So
I did
Yeah,
not.
I did too.
Just as an RP experiment, you can customize your room with Souffle's magic. What do you put in there? Just for, to be you. I'm curious.
my idea was a little boring, though. It was mostly like, you know how like in the Fire Nation ships, how they have like banners hanging and stuff like that. Like that's kind of
Yeah.
that's kind of the deal.
Very devout and Spartan. You're like,
Yeah.
no nonsense.
Mine looks like a normal monastery style barracks. Very homey.
Even more devout and Spartan.
Yeah, I was about to say I'm gonna go with like a Zen room where like I have my bedding, but I also have like a place to pray and focus
You have like a
on.
little fountain with the bird that sips from the water.
Bamboo, like going in the water and out.
Yep.
Clunk.
Mine looks like a recording studio for the Sex Pistols in a fucking sex dungeon.
Finally, someone with some fucking pizzazz.
You see that jacket in the corner? Danny Sexbang wore that jacket.
Exactly.
What the fuck?
And there's 500 catgirl and maids of various builds and genitalia or something.
That okay.
He always
That
adds.
was
He always adds that last.
He adds that because the first time I summoned the mansion, he brought that up.
oh no,
Yes.
He always
no.
adds to the end.
The DM mentioned that there were cat maids in there. What do you got, cat maids? Yep, we do now. Thanks, Garrett.
Garrett's just like, no.
Big titty
No.
goth cat maids. Cat girl maids.
Hey, at
Do you
least,
guys-
at least it's cat maids. The thing that I can't get them to stop talking about is me the joke about me finger blasting a dog.
Yeah, that's lasted forever.
Garrett, that has carried over to other campaigns.
It's got legs. Is
4 of them.
Not anymore. It's dead.
it's so good. It was so good.
Well, it's downtime. Do you guys do anything? You're licking your wounds? You didn't have men. Well, you had some. Yeah, some of you had a lot. But do you do anything? Any things you want to accomplish with this small amount of downtime you have? Any talks you want to have, or things you want to make, or anything like that in this bit of peace that's so rare?
Realistically, I
Whisper's
will.
not with us down here, or else I would ask her if she could help us find the other string.
Yeah, you had to leave all your compatriots that I'm gonna put a bulletproof vest on when you get near them from now on, Fitch.
The big bead of sweat on the back of the head.
Yeah.
Every time.
Why can't I? It's like you can't fast travel. There's enemies nearby, and they're looking at the party. I was like, wait, what?
Realistically, one of the extra rooms I'm gonna have kind of just as a studio. And I'm gonna go in there and kind of tinker around with different instruments, working on song creation. Much like how
Cool.
I had the previous 2 spells, the ballads,
Very cool.
trying to see how I can weave the bardic magic into something.
Give me a performance check.
And I haven't quite figured out exactly how that magic can facilitate and manifest, but that's a 31.
Damn.
Good lord.
A natural 16.
I don't know
plus
why you
15.
even ask him anymore. Just let him do whatever he says.
So you tell me what's gonna happen.
I'm not sure yet. It's more so. I'm trying to see which tune, which pitch, which melody kind of fits.
Well, you're a bit steered a little bit by nature of being in this realm, and with Memmon's influence, you pick up a jaunty, upbeat melody that seems to increase. How do I say this? Not meta, but if you're defeating an enemy playing this tune, your gold reward will be higher. And I'll leave the name up to you.
Okay. Because
Heart of Gold, perhaps. You know, like
yeah, I
what's his
was
face?
because I was trying to think, and it's like since I made the other two ballads, which one being what was the first one? Let me see what it was.
Name it the Golden Shower.
No, the first one was a third level spell. It was an enhanced ballad called Another One's Rights to Dust. And then the second one I made was a fourth level spell that was a powered ballad called Eye of the Manticore.
Sick.
And I was
This is
thinking,
a second level spell that provides no quick battle benefit, but having it being played will increase material rewards. It seems to be blessed by Memon or the new ruler of this realm, as the case may be, to bring you gold.
because we get showered in gold with every fucking battle, Garrett.
Mm-hmm.
I think I've got an idea for the song. But the thing I was going for was I was only going to have 3 ballads. And with each one, it was going to increase in what spell level it needed. So if there was a third one, a fourth level one, I would probably make it a 6th or 7th level one. Because if
Okay.
you recall, each ballad, the way that it works out is I use a spell slot to cast it, and as a bonus action, I expend a certain number of bardic inspirations to continue it. So the first one costs 1 bardic inspiration, the second one costs 2, the third one was probably going to take up all of them at one time, like 4 or 5 of them at once.
Right, right.
So it only
Well,
continued for 2 rounds.
this isn't like your ult. This is just something you picked up in the land of Memon.
Well, I already got
Add
the
it to your repertoire.
Look, you said that. I already got the name for it.
What's the name for it?
Let me see right fast.
Trying to make sure you're not copying.
No, well, I mean it's gonna be copying, but do y'all remember the song by Gary Wright?
What
No.
song?
Dreamweaver.
Oh
Oh
yeah.
yeah.
That was gonna be the
I'd have to hear it.
along the lines.
Dreamweaver. Something.
I can make it through the night.
Yeah. You're not gonna make it a pun. Gold Weaver or something.
Yeah, I was gonna do something like that, but it was gonna be based around that. So it was gonna kind of be that slow build up melody that he uses for that song to kind of match the aspect of it. Much like how Eye of the Manticore, whenever you hear fucking Eye of the Tiger, you get pumped, and then another one, Bites the Dust by Queen, you know, you just groove to it and you get in the flow of things.
Need a "Don't Stop Me Now" or something.
Don't stop me now.
Yeah, another item to your repertoire as you put together a song influenced by the lands you're in. Maybe not the most useful in battle, but gold has a use all its own. What about the rest of you, fellas? Anything of interest? Any chore or task? Or just chilling?
I can't
Always
think of
just
anything.
trying to further my faith.
Of course.
I've been wanting to do a profession of some kind, but I haven't figured out which one I want to do.
Do enchanting.
Blacksmithing.
No.
Isn't James already doing the blacksmith?
Yes.
Yes, I've mastered it apparently.
All right, is there
The
anything that's
better-
tied to coast
That's a
suit
hard
spec-
question, you know?
specifically, or is that
Not like literally written in the text, but you
Yeah, there's
know,
actually it's pretty lackluster on the.
uh, mm, yeah. I mean, these are just like old timey jobs. Not really. Barber, dentist.
I want to be a dentist.
That's pretty psychotic, right? To be a dentist.
Alchemist.
Uh, alchemist might be cool.
You know, being a tooth fairy in D&D would probably be insane.
Being a tooth fairy,
Yeah,
A tooth fairy.
I smell ivory.
a bone fay. You mean?
a bone fairy. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
I even made a joke about that in my novel.
Yes.
I mean, I like the idea of doing enchanting. That sounds cool.
Apothecarian.
I don't know. I don't know what I don't know what all of that entails though.
Could do alchemy.
Ooh. In a sense, it works the same way as how I do tattoos, which any of y'all want, let me know.
I already got my whole like everything tatted up when you got tatted up.
I didn't get a tattoo. I wanted to get
Somebody
one
did.
and learn it, but I was able
Oh
to
yeah,
pick it
you were
up.
gonna
So
get the magic tattoo, but I just got a regular tattoo.
yeah, so I'm
We
actually
never
able.
did go back to that guy.
No, you didn't.
So
He's
I'm
another one.
actually able to imbue tattoos with properties. I have the kit. I just need the materials for y'all and what it is that you're going to do, or what it is
That's
that you
right around the
want.
time we left that big scorpion man in the desert chained up.
Yeah. You
Pretty
know,
sure
around the
he's dead.
time that we got blamed for a fucking murder that we didn't do by my supposed
One of the
childhood
one of
friend.
the few.
What is my defense for that? Look, I've done many a murder, but not this one.
You were a different person back then.
Yeah, if I recall, James burned a fucking body in the alley and got caught and said, "This is my religious right."
Oh, I remember this.
You're welcome, by the way. If it wasn't for me, no one would remember this shit.
I've also tried human flesh more than once.
That is true. The
I don't
first
know if it
time,
was human, but it was people, okay?
the first time you burned it, and
I still ate it.
it was an offense to them, which I think was what Robocaz.
Yeah.
Yes.
Here,
Yeah.
Silas
So
is
how would I
probably
go about?
do oh, go ahead.
How would I go about doing
Channing.
enchanting? Yeah. What? How does that even start?
Probably studying more
Yeah,
magical items.
just you're just starting the journey, so you would just put time to it, and I'm gonna like note that you've started putting time to it. So if you
Okay.
get to a city and you look over and see like enchanting materials, and you've done your homework with like how many check boxes you have, then it won't be totally foreign to you, and you'll be able to give it a try.
What's going to
Okay.
help him is that he already knows how to cast a spell too.
Yeah, definitely.
So you do have arcane tendencies.
That works for me.
Because I'd
I will
imagine,
note that you are starting down the road to enchanting.
cause I'd imagine it'd be
All right.
very difficult to learn enchanting if you've never known any spells.
Yeah, you have to either you can have the scroll, but you still have to make a check.
I opened up D&D Beyond, or not D&D, Roll20, and I was like, oh my god, there's fire everywhere. And I was like, oh, right, the new area.
Silas
Oh boy.
is probably going to be spending starting. He's going to approach Silas whenever he gets the chance. All right, Silas, Souffle, and ask him if he has any fruits that he wouldn't mind parting with.
Fruits. Let me see. Other possessions. Define fruits. The typical kind, or things that are edible in general.
I'm feeling a bit inspired. Anything that goes well together that you wouldn't mind parting with because it's going to be stuffed in a barrel for a few months.
Let's see. I have a few assorted spices from whenever we ransacked that abandoned uh, airship.
Okay.
I don't necessarily have anything on me. However, I'm pretty sure we can get the mage to bring you something. So,
Perfect.
really,
Several fruits,
yes.
apples, anything
Write it.
like that would be fine.
Yeah, write it down on a little bitty list, and there should be just a couple vials kind of around anywhere in any of the rooms. Stuff them in there and put it in one of the piping systems, and you'll be good.
Thank you.
I pop out and I say the cats are not the piping systems. Don't put anything in them. Stop.
Sorry,
No,
Silas is not equipped to handle that.
because the way the mansion works and the layout, it was easier to do like the bank deposit system in the drive-through. To just have you put a tube in it and it just
Oh, yeah.
zips through everywhere and it goes to where it's needed.
Let's get that. Get
Magic.
that suction.
So yeah, Garrett, Silas is, since he does have a bit of proficiency in brew mastery, he's gonna start brewing something. See if I can get anything going.
Awesome. It's like real life.
Yeah.
You know what? I'm gonna Silas, I might have something that can help you. Do you want something to help you study possibilities?
I'm always willing to learn.
And I will reach into my bag. Well, actually, go back to my room, grab two things out of my bag, and bring it back to him, and present him with either or, whichever one he wants. One is blue and one is purple.
Yeah, probably the purple one.
I will hand him the purple geode, Garrett.
Oh.
Is that
Yeah.
the last one?
No, it's not. I had two left. The blue one is.
My God.
I don't know what the purple one does, but the blue one we found out by a little bit of taste testing. It's actually a greater restoration potion.
The purple is?
The blue one is. Silas wanted the
We
purple
don't know what
one,
the
so
purple
I
is?
don't know what the purple one is. So
Uh,
I'll hand him the purple one. Say, these are a type of liquor rock.
I feel like the purple will be the most extreme because Garrett likes purple.
I do like purple.
I'll just tell him.
But it is a random table.
I was like, it's
I can't force it.
Okay.
It's called a liquor geode. It came from a little small town north of Brevoy by some dwarves that have dug it out of the earth. It's a really fascinating process of how they make their own. But here, I'm not sure what it does, but I know one that I've taken in the past has been. Oh, I
Thank
lied.
you.
I lied. I do have. I've got another fruit for you. I actually do have a fruit for you. Just thinking about it. I run back to my room, reach my bag, and I run back to his.
He's got one of those bottomless bags.
And I just know how to fucking play Tetris. And
John would be great playing Tarkov.
I present him one of the glowing blue apples.
From what?
Oh, that was when you guys were getting Whisper a million
Yeah.
years ago.
Yeah, because along with that, I have
Is it
a
from like the
vial
tree?
of.
From like by her?
No, it was in her realm. Remember when
Oh,
we
God.
were in the airship after leaving from Embright Sun's village, and we figured out that where the next dream was in this giant fucking valley, but now it was covered in water. And we get there, and there was a giant fucking whirlpool, and we jumped into it, and that started the whole dream rail sequence where she was. In that specific area, I picked up 3 glowing blue apples, a vial of oil-based paint from the battle with the Knight Rider, which is at the start before we even walked into the door frame, whatever the fuck it was. And I also picked up fine pink sand from one of the round transitions on the beach.
You're making like a suicide out of Josh's beer. He's just hitting everything on
So
the
no,
machine.
I just he gets whatever fruit he wants out of the kitchen hold.
That's
I give him
good.
that geode, that purple geode, and I give him one of the blue glowing apples.
It's just a mixed drink at this point.
There'll be plenty. We'll see what we can make out of it.
You've got a lot of options. How you put those together is up to you.
Let's see. So, I have some fruits from just regular fruits. I have the blue apple. I have the liquor geode, and then some spices. Let's see. Probably what Silas will end up doing first is he'll take part of the geode and crush it up into a powder itself. Sprinkle that in there, and then probably just do some apples with it, and put it in a barrel and let it go.
Okay, so the the evil blue apples, right? Fruits. Oh wait, regular fruits or the blue apples?
Just the regular fruits, not the blue apples. I'm not putting the blue apples. Silas is kind of weary of putting everything in at one time.
Yeah.
So he's just going to use one special ingredient, which is the liquor geode.
Give me a T100, please.
Oh, let me get to here. Where am I? 83.
83. That's interesting. Okay. Sure. You make your little mead cask. What did we say for your brewing ability? Do you remember? We talked about this before, but I cannot remember for the life of me.
It's been so long.
I think it was intelligence for crafting.
Search the
I think
chats.
so.
I believe so. D20 plus proficiency because you're a brewer plus intelligence for crafting things.
Let me get on my character and go and tell you what we roll.
After handing him all that stuff and leaving him to his machinations, I'm just going to go through and see how everyone's feeling and relaxing in their own place. And after going over and checking on Ash and talking to him and noticing that he's got like a little bit of stuff that he's tinkering with my passive perception of 19.
My passive perception of 37.
I'm actually going to go get something and hand it to him that might help him in his endeavors.
Oh.
It says that you can use any ability check with it, so I would
Okay.
probably think would be. I would think either intelligence or. Let me look through these.
I could be sold on any of the brain ones. I don't think you can like strength it. I don't know how you
No.
squeeze the bottle real hard.
I mean, both of them are +2, so
Okay.
plus 7 in total with my proficiency bonus. Ooh, that was pretty good. So that's going to be 25.
That is pretty good. With a basic sort of ingredient list, you will make 6 tankards worth of a brew that you can name on your own reconnaissance. It gives a D6 health when imbibed. It also glows faintly purple, which may or may not have other effects.
Oh.
Oh my.
You don't know them. No, it's a mystery.
You don't know. You don't know.
Let me get that written down.
And I don't know if you guys will ever find a geode again, but you know the recipe now if you ever wanted to recreate it.
Oh my.
So returning back to Ash's room,
Mhm.
I won't necessarily say anything once I enter. I'll just walk up next to him where he's sitting as he's trying to thumb through and look at things, and I will set a book down on his desk, and I will set a wand down on top of it.
Hmm.
I will tell him, these should help you start off just to have a few extra things in what you're doing. And what I hand him is 2 items that I got from uh, the Wizard's Tower,
Mhm.
being
All right. Tell me what the items are.
so one of them is just an empty book for you to make notes and everything like that. The wand has 7 charges of copy scroll to book.
Oh yeah, that would be helpful.
Copy. Scroll. New book. Wand. How many charges?
7.
7 charges.
It's back when we got in that room and we made wands.
All right, I got him put in. Oh, baby, I'm doing something.
I will leave him to
You'll be okay.
his design.
That'll definitely be helpful. As a not pure spellcaster, you can't really rely on your own magic once you get pretty good at enchanting. But if you steal scrolls and copy them to the book, they'll be yours forever. Or, buy scrolls. You don't have to steal them.
He's like, I'm not suggesting.
Yeah, I'm not, yeah.
Allegedly.
He's like, please don't steal anything.
Are you brave enough to drink your brew, Silas?
Oh yeah, he's going to taste test it before he even hands it out to anybody.
It is delicious. I will say that. It gives a nice. It seems to be a strong alcohol content. Maybe you know how to. You don't know how to make booze. I don't. He did something to make it strong, but it is delicious. Taste of apples and oranges. Very nice citrusy, summery taste. As you imbibe, you have a wonderful buzz and a great taste, and you heal 1d6 health if you. I don't think you need to right now, but that happens, and an interesting effect occurs. You don't notice it, but let me go ahead and write it down just so we'll know. Your hair color or beard or all of your hair changes color depending on your mood.
Okay.
Just forever from now on.
For
Fucking
no limit.
For no limit.
If you super mega hate it, you could probably reverse engineer, but that's what happens when you imbibe the alcohol.
I kind of like it.
You have mood ring hair.
I think you should play into that, Josh.
Oh well.
Congratulations, your tongue now.
Yeah,
You gotta
right.
select colors for different moods. Obviously, like red's anger or something, but
What would be angry? Red is kind of the default angry color, but it doesn't have to be angry.
my thing
Go
is,
outside
what
the
is
mold.
yellow?
Jealous, maybe? No, green with envy, but that's also a stereotype.
Is yellow fear?
Yeah, that's another stereotype though. You can break the mold with different
Yeah,
colors.
but green is also nauseous too. Whenever someone says you look a little green around the
Oh
gums.
yeah, he could be like getting sick and it turns green.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
like if he's poisoned and not feeling well, it could be green.
Your poker face might be affected if you ever jump into a poker game.
Pretty good. Like
Well-
lower charisma on bluffing.
Yeah, maybe. Oh, most people won't know, but if you're playing like a extended game of something, they might be able to pick it up. So, you guys get your downtime in? Any other chores or tasks?
No, I'll just walk by Pitchett's room, knock on the door, crease it open whenever he says enter, and kind of just look at him, give him some finger guns, and say "fuck you," and then close the door and walk off.
That's about right.
What does Pitch say to that?
I just kind of like, the fuck?
Just he knows because whenever you open the door, just like, hey, fuck you, and just walk off. He knows what I really mean is you'll have that on them big jobs.
Yeah.
So, you all leave, I suppose, eventually.
Oh, yes. We're going to hit that shit up.
You leave the Qualia Swamp. Passing through the barrier, you are met with the swirl of emotions. You're furious one second and crying the next second, and you hate each other for one moment, and then you love each other the next as you pass through this insane barrier. Josh's hair
Oh,
is
yeah,
going,
it's just going crazy.
it's wild. Yeah.
I'm just going to look at him and be like, since when did you fucking disco ball your hair?
A bit of
Oh.
a side effect from this new brew that I'm working on. I'm currently torn between two names. It's either, and he pulls out one of the bottles of it, and it's a vibrant purple color, and he's like, don't know whether or not to call it Purple's Rain or Hair of the Chameleon.
Oh, I like Hair of the Chameleon.
You look like your dad had a fucking mood ring instead of a cock ring on when you were conceived.
thank
Jesus.
If I, well, I mean, you got another option, which is Chimera Chaos.
That is a good one.
Those,
But I have 6 more bottles for anybody else who would like.
Yeah, if
some.
you wanna
I'm not
join
sure how long the mood color hair lasts, but
I'll try once we figure that out. I'm still kind of very partial to my hair color.
I don't blame you. This is something different for me. I am not the type of person that wants to stand out amongst the crowd.
The fucking stubble on his head starts. It looks like a fucking, like one of those LED fucking rave
Yeah.
mats as it's changing.
Those geodes are pretty fun. There's some good ones on there. They're mostly just mundane, like fun RP stuff like that. But there's a couple that can affect you. There's like, nobody got gills. You can get gills.
No, the one I gave
that'd be cool.
Robocaz gave him horns.
Yeah, that was cool. There's some messed up ones too, like blindness, obviously.
That's why I never took one, because I knew I'd get blindness.
But usually it's just fun to, something to talk about. But unless you get lucky or unlucky. So, leaving the Qualia, you return back on your trek through the fetid swamp. Well, it's not really a fetid swamp. It's kind of like a muddy Alice in Wonderland, huge trees swamp. It's not the Nurgle rot swamp that may or may not be waiting for you. It's its own special thing. But getting back to Minoros, the city, as is the style in the Hells, they name the capital city after the realm itself. You notice quite a few funny things going on.
Oh my.
The wardens that looked so imposing with their huge black armor and their deadly visage, they have stopped like robots. They just stopped, and there's crowds around them, and they're kind of cautiously poking the giant golden security enforcers of the city. You saw many poor, destitute people. Destitute's the wrong word. Poor, cursed people who had been touched by the curse of Memon. Some have exploded into piles of coin, while you see many others missing arms and legs, some wailing in pain as their bodies have turned into coins and slag of gold, and too much of them is gone for them to live. So it's a little chaotic.
I am making note of all of it.
Just a few. That's just what you see if you wanted to interact or whatever. Seems like things are changing in Mineros.
Changes.
You see your squid friend and his thralls. He is looking over a crowd of those that were cursed, and they're all in various states of either pain or some are happy. You know, they lost an arm, but the gold curse didn't completely turn them into a statue. But others, you see a big pile of gold, and you can put the context clues together that that used to be a person. He gives you a knowing look through his squid eyes.
Uh,
Doesn't say anything.
I don't remember if we had any kind of not pressing, but thing he asked us to do.
No, we just talked to him for a bit.
Yeah, you just talk to him.
Okay. I didn't know
Yeah,
if
he-
there's like I'm
he
looking
bas-
for such and such.
No, he basically just kind of filled us in on how this
Realm worked.
level or realm of hell worked.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm. Okay.
So, you guys continue on, pick up some gold, laugh at people, kick over a guard. What do you do?
No. I think
No,
we're
let's
gonna
get
head
outta
on
here.
to the next one. Yeah.
It'd be a bit grim to get the gold.
Leave it for the peasants.
It's
I'm rich, bitch.
It's not like they can do anything with it. I did think about taking some gold, but then I was like, yeah, something weird gonna happen.
We already have plenty of gold.
Yeah.
I don't know. Feel like if it's sort of cruel but benefits me, I have to do it now.
true.
I take some gold. I pick up some gold from the street. Specifically gold that used to be a person.
A woman
person-
grabs your arm. She looks to be a shade. You can see the hundreds of, maybe thousands of years she's been down here. She's almost corporeal, but you see the rippling in her skin. She's a cursed soul in hell. And she says, "That was my husband."
Not anymore, bitch.
Yep.
Husband was one of those statue street.
He could have been healed. Someone could have done something.
Someone did do something, and now he's a pile of gold. Good day, madam. As I pick up the gold that it was her husband.
She's shocked and offended.
How much gold do I get from this guy?
She's so shocked and offended, she pulls out her ultimate weapon.
By God, it's Mammon himself.
It was a test. You get what's one handful of 25 gold. You know, you kind of
Sure,
rake a
yeah.
handful in. You don't spend all day.
Yeah, that's fine.
All right, let's get out of here.
Back on the barge. As I said last time, you get to the edge of the sticks in this land. The great door guard, the wall, the stopping point from the next realm requires a triangular gold piece to be deposited within, the same one that was given to you by the new ruler of Mineros. So you click the Triforce piece in.
Yeah, we
Hop
do
her
it
in.
up.
To the next realm.
I just wanted Garrett to be like, it's all wrong. It all goes horribly wrong.
No, you've been doing good. As you arrive in Phlegothos, you are blasted by unbearable heat. The magic of Kotam's barge allows you to travel over the rippling lava, but the boiling, bubbling ocean sits below you. The heat blistering your skin, miserable, ever-present, unavoidable. Even Tiax is quiet for once in his life, having ducked down into the barge, breathing rapidly and sweating profusely. You see, Lava Land.
What was the name of it again? Start.
Phlegothos. Phle.
Yeah.
Yeah, Gethos. Phlegothos. Kotom explains as you travel. Much of this realm is dominated by the Molten Sea, a collection of fire, magma, and lava spanning thousands of miles. The only city in this layer is Abramuk.
Sounds like
Hellfire.
fucking Black Beach.
Hellfire is created on this level, inside the pit of flame. Everything in Phlegothos, including the lair itself, is hostile to outsiders, and most travelers perish here who do not have the benefit of my guidance. Only devils and a few other specialized creatures can survive in this realm's extreme environment. And as he continues the barge down the river, you see obsidian beaches of razor-sharp volcanic glass and an ocean of boiling lava. You see mountain ranges expanding and drifting endlessly, unmoored in the endless hellfire ocean, the very geography seeming to burn on the map. As though to enunciate his point, this part of the Styx which you have entered resembles a river before it fans out into an endless lava ocean. It has sharp volcanic glass beaches on either side, and you see bestial devils of all shapes and sizes crowd at the beachfront for this new source of distraction. Many sport goat-like hooves, allowing them to climb and not be hurt by the glassy stone. Noticing your approach, they murmur excitedly, beginning to throw stones, shoot arrows, and send magic your way, making sport of it. And let's see. Does anybody get hit?
I cast anti-magic zone, but then we sink in the lava. JK.
Yeah. 1, 2, 3. So who's getting hit? Who's the odd man? If it's a 4, it is a 4. Wow.
It's me.
Souffle, take 8 damage.
Oh, it's John.
Is it fire damage?
It's rocks and arrows and magic missile, minor annoyances like that.
All right.
Ash take 9 damage, and Pitch take 9 damage.
Hey, what the fuck? Okay.
Silas, they seem to have missed you, and you've caught one of the arrows in the air that was going to hit you.
Got to be nimble on your feet, gentlemen.
So you're traveling down the Styx, and you have this crowd of devils who are like laughing and taunting you and throwing things at your barge, shooting basic arrows at you from their very bad bows. What do you do about this?
I drop my pants and give them a fucking fruit bowl.
Okay. any other responses?
I'll join in. Very similar taunting.
Let them know that didn't disrupt my disposition.
Who is the lord of this realm?
Do you ask Kotam?
Yes.
He has an answer for you. This realm is ruled by... let me find their names. This realm is ruled by siblings, Fierna and Belial. They rule together as one. They often fight, but they never take their eyes off the prize of keeping this land deadly to any but themselves.
Question: is TX joining us in the ritual of full mooning?
Absolutely, yeah,
I figured
definitely.
that much.
He saw as soon as you were like belt unbuckled, he was right there with you.
Now it's a party.
Ash and Silas, any maneuvers?
Unfortunately, I don't have any range, so no.
Just if you yell at them or anything, if you want to do anything.
I'm chuckling more at my group of friends.
Oh,
Yeah,
oh,
yeah.
and on
Full
top of
moon
that,
salute.
what I'll do is I'll kind of, as I'm still hunched over, I'll kind of maneuver my hand just underneath everything and point a finger and shoot some Eldritch Blast out of my ass. Or like it's coming out of my
Yep.
ass.
Okay.
He is the chosen one.
Blast.
By God.
Ass blaster.
So I just started
Hey,
ass
how do you
blasting.
spell Fierna?
Fierna. Fierna.
I thought it would be FJ.
And Belial.
Fierna.
Yeah, I know how to spell that one.
Yes. Yeah, with enough taunting, I'll take that into consideration. Let's see what they got. Two. They're rolling pretty well, but they got there's a lot of them. So 3 and 4.
I'm gonna start putting the notes on the primer.
3, 6.
It was more so a warning shot. I can't really aim while looking down and upside. And
Yeah, I mean you're going. It's taunting. Blow for blow. Yeah, your taunts seem to enrage them. They get a little less accurate with their rock throwing, and they're taking more on screaming taunts at you. For anyone that speaks the language, they're saying, you'll boil, I'll eat your bones, and that sort of thing. Two of them managed to hit you. It's either a rock or a magic missile. Pitch again for 4 damage. And
Can I see specifically who's doing this?
no, and Silas for 7.
Motherfucker's about to get earthquake cast on him for nothing.
Pitch, you got hit with a rock right in your jaw. It kind of stings a little bit. And Silas, a couple of magic missiles hit you. They burn, they sting for sure.
I try to approximate where it came from and throw the rock back.
Okay, give me a perception check to start.
Yeah, let's do it. If it'll let me do it. Wow, 24.
It's a foul-looking demon. He looks like a ram almost, with its elongated head and twirling horns. It has a horse-like body almost, but with 2 arms coming out of the side as well, and they're muscled, rippling corded muscle. He takes one and he grabs another rock and he slings it to you almost like a baseball player, accurate and hard.
I'm gonna try and throw that rock at him.
Okay, I think that's Dex. Throw
We'll
a
just
rock.
do a straight dex, I suppose.
Yeah, you're not proficient in rock throwing.
Dirty 20.
That definitely hits.
proficient enough.
So yeah, Derek, the 7 damage because I have redirect attack or deflect attack, and it's extra to that is deflect energy, which is also what this magic missile is. And I'm just you're gonna see Silas kind of he sees it coming at him, and he's gonna focus the energy around his body and then push it back out towards the direction he came.
Okay.
I guess I can roll to attack.
Silas, give me 2d4, and Pitch gave me 1d4 plus strength.
All right.
6
1d4
damage.
plus strength.
Okay.
That is 4 damage.
Oh, both of you. Yeah. Pitch, your rock hits True, and it hits one of his horns and shatters it like breaking glass. And this appears to not really be the same as a goat, where they don't, it's more keratin or whatever. But as blood erupts from it, it stumbles face first into the lava river that it's standing beside, losing its balance in its agony, and its compatriots all laugh as it boils. Silas, the magic missile came from a hunched, almost goblin-like devil who wears a robe and carries a long walking stick, and is the look of shock is the last thing on its face as his own magic missile pierces its chest. The small creature having a bunch of bullet holes in its chest suddenly. Its laughter stopped.
Creatures.
Okay. Yeah, just an annoyance. Just something that happens.
I wanted to yell something at him, but I can't think of anything super cool. So use your imagination.
The river expands into a great lava sea. Only by merit of Kotom's connection to the river Styx are you not lost to the churning lava ocean. Great and terrible whale-like creatures with rudimentary arms duck in and out and rise out of the lava, sneaking like rooting pigs, apparently searching for food in the lava ocean. The great waves of lava are quickly swallowed back up by the sea itself, the physics of the churning fire not following the same rules you know. You pass one of the most dangerous locations in all the nine hells. It is the very tip of an ancient caldera, a supervolcano at the very center of the layer. The spires of the caldera make an enormous ring, larger than any mountain you could even fathom being on your plane, which alludes to how deep and dangerous this awful place is. A massive building has been constructed atop the pit, with metal bars crisscrossing the top. Here, at the apex of the great caldera, is the wellspring of all the flames of hell. The temperatures harmful to even devils. The center of the caldera producing lava, fire, and brimstone that can melt even the most unbreakable magic item. This is a holy place for many devils, where many rituals are done. Prisoners here are burned away from existence itself, never to be returned. A true death in hell that might lead them somewhere even worse. Pitch and Ash. How scholarly are you on the history of your fire god?
What would I roll for that religion?
In character, in talking to me now, how much do you think? No?
In this
Oh, no.
moment.
How would you assess yourself?
I don't know how
I
I
guess
would
from
assess
1 to
myself.
20, I'm probably like a I don't know, like a 15. I'm probably not the end all be all, but I probably know a lot.
15
I would say I
make
know less
sense.
than James.
Yeah, 15 would make sense if you kind of become like the right hand avatar of him through the years.
True.
I'll give
So
myself
not-
a 10 or 12, maybe.
I wouldn't call it disadvantage then, maybe. Give me a perception check. The two brothers, please. It means nothing
I
to you
can
other
roll
guys.
a good roll of again tonight.
Well,
Oh, 17.
Yeah, I'll give it to you. I think 17 is pretty good. Let me get this fucking name. So this enormous structure capping this caldera. So the rocks are all around it. It's in the pool of lava. You can see the spires poking out from the stone. And in the center, there's like this square building, which is like it was huge, massive. And at the top, there's these gated entrances that you can throw people down or do rituals or whatever, and it hits the center of the caldera's lava, which is the wellspring of all fire. So you have all that shit going on. Brothers, you see something that might interest you. There are strange, enigmatic wizards, which you know from their odd garb, their dark skin, and their height. They're very tall, thin, and they wear like sort of gypsy clothing, I guess. That's kind of deserty and fluid and flowing and colorful.
Yeah.
They are Roomviren wizards, and they famously tried to bind Kosuth to their will, and their entire civilization was almost destroyed for it. And they have partaken in a lifelong jihad against Kosuth for that. This was tens of thousands of years ago, but it happened.
And this structure is in the center of the caldera?
Yes, you're passing by it with Kotom, and they are on the structure, one of the levels. You spot them out among the many devils and other things going on.
Is it connected to Earth somehow, or is it suspended?
It seems to go down into the ocean, like a great oil rig, perhaps.
Okay.
Hmm.
We missed as far off, or we're like kind of by the bridges.
So far, Kotam is giving it a wide berth.
Drive by.
Hmm. Yeah, drive by sounds about right.
Well, that's what he's doing. You'll have to talk to him if you want to change it.
Look, I'm
I'll
just
kind of
saying, I can lob
discuss
off.
with Ash. Hey, you know who these guys are. Do you wanna do something about it, or we gonna leave them alone?
I say we murder him.
Look, I can offer you some Gatling gun Eldritch Blast. You know, pew 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 pew. Cost me nothing except for joy.
Hmm. I will ask Kotam if he can tentatively approach.
I would
The
not
s-
suggest it. It is a truly dangerous place. It is built and made for punishment and ritual. You have no place there and can only be a victim.
I think the only response should be Kosuth wills it.
the only response is going to be earthquake. I'm gonna sink the temple.
It's huge.
500-foot
Real
range.
big. Yeah.
I don't know. This is pretty. This spell's pretty ridiculous. 100-foot radius.
100 foot is not that big, you know.
When you think about
No,
it, it seems like it, but when you see it in perspective, it isn't.
Yeah, think about the square footage of your house. You know, he's trying to like earthquake that.
it does say fissures open throughout the spell's area at the start of your next turn. I don't know. We'll leave them alone. If I can't sink them, I'm not fighting all those motherfuckers.
Yeah, just an interesting thing you see. It's kind of a relic of the past. It's up to your philosophy if it's like on site, you know. But they are opposed to you. They are Kosuth haters. Whether that means you have to kill them, that's up to you, of
I don't
course.
know how's everybody feel about it. You don't want to go fight people or
Look, I have a 120-foot range to blast them, so
I don't know how many
Josh?
people are there. That's a better question.
There are four of them, and they sit on the top. They sit on like a third level from the bottom. Uh, it's like imagine an apartment complex, square levels, but it's this horrible dark iron nightmare hell building.
Do you remember the Avatar episode, The Boiling Rock, where it's like the thing in the middle of the volcano? The prison?
Yes, yes,
That's
yes,
kind of what I'm
yes,
picturing in my head.
for sure. Same idea, for sure. But this is an active like court and ritual area in this huge building. And as you're passing by, you're looking, and there's devils, and there's people coming and going, and there's screams of people from up top, and from way up, you see like the 20th floor or whatever, and the brothers notice that these strange desert nomads are here, and it's a relic of the past, something you may never have thought you'd see.
Well,
I might hate them, but I don't know if I'm foolish enough to attack them in their own compound. I might be.
I don't know,
Still
man.
deciding.
Depends. Are we going to hit the second tower?
Oh my god.
Went there.
I'm not hearing a no.
You won't.
Oh god.
My resistance to this is like, no, stop, no. Okay, I don't know. Kind of torn.
Some you see. The other boys, you have other various things of interest. This this wellspring of magma that is, a primordial force. It's pretty interesting, I suppose. And there's lots of torture going on, and
Uh,
but
if
Kotam
if we're
says we should
continuing,
avoid.
yeah, if we're continuing, I'm just gonna look at Pitch and give him that look of I know. Don't go jumping in the shit.
Yeah, I'm not gonna poke the bee's nest just yet.
Oh, I wasn't talking about that. I was talking about the actual lava itself.
Yeah, this
Yeah.
one will burn all my magical items. I'm good.
Oh yeah.
And unmake me.
Kotam, as you continue, you are adrift on this great lava ocean. You see a fire kraken holding its own against a fleet of infernal ships. And if you want to do something there, interrupt me, please.
Oh no. Nope. Nope.
You see its great and horrible tentacles of flame wrap around one of the ships and drag it down to the depths below, while the other ships fire upon it. Might be a
That's the
bit
only
much for
thing
your
that
barge.
happens.
If I was a mage, I would cast enlarge on the thing.
Oh god.
These things
Uh,
between that for sport or for food, exactly.
for sport, it's a rite of passage. To kill one is a great honor amongst the sailors. And
Are we sure it's a kraken and not just a well dick?
might be the Kraken's
Are you,
dick.
are you thinking about when they were saying that the Loch Ness monster might just have been a whale dick?
No, I'm just saying like all the old cartography drawings showed like tentacles and shit coming out of the water. That was probably just a well dick, and not like a fabled kraken.
They said that about the Loch Ness monster. They think that photograph that everyone
Yeah, I
sees
saw
is
that.
a whale penis.
Because it's similar to it, but there's been no records of a whale in Loch Ness either.
Well, we've all been there.
Yeah, you
It's
know,
we've
it's,
all
it's just a
Like,
well
that's
dick.
it. That's
Something
not
you
my
see every
tail,
day.
bitch. Not my tentacle, bitch.
every fucking morning of my life.
You fucking know it.
Kotam speaks to you all as you are adrift on this great lava sea. It is painful to be here, but as long as you don't go swimming, you're okay for the most part. He says,
You're playing it safe.
I have some good news, but some bad news as well.
Give me the bad news.
Uh,
I feel like the good news won't sweeten it. Just give me the bad news.
to escape this realm, you must prove your might. That is
Mortal
the bad
Kombat.
news. In Mortal Kombat.
As in, we're gonna have to fight the lords of this realm, or we just have to impress them.
The good news is the door is not locked, but there is a guardian who stands in front of it. I wanted to warn you as best I could. You wanted to prepare yourself.
Well, we took a long rest since the last whatever. I mean, we're just missing a couple HP from rocks.
Are you bringing us directly there now?
Yes.
What's this guy look like? Can we see him?
Yeah, Kotam explains. His name is Arathiax. He's an infernal hive master. A
Every
towering.
single demon you've ever had with X's in the name, he's been a total fuck.
Well, this one's pretty bad. He is Infernal Hive Master, a towering nightmare's fusion of insect and devil, exuding an aura of malevolence and decay. He's over 12 feet tall with an elongated, chitinous body, segmented with dark obsidian exoskeletons and a molten sheen of burning lava. He commands terrible wasps that infect and breed within your bodies, making more. He is a nightmarish creature meant to dissuade any from trying to leave.
Yeah, I want to attune to my fucking weapon.
Okay.
I'll be. That's what I'm
So
doing.
how's it feel, James, to be fighting the D&D embodiment of Typhus? Because that's
Yeah.
exactly who we're about to fucking fight.
Yeah. It's getting there. He better not Nurglify me. That's all I can say.
Um, what does he say? What does he say? It will be difficult. This is a challenging creature by any means. You could perhaps try to outsmart it. Maybe we could run instead of fighting.
Yeah, but how do we run if he's the guardian of the passageway?
It certainly
It's a,
wouldn't be without risk. Turning our backs to it, we might lose some of us. To fight, we might lose all of us.
Mm.
Well, fellas, what do you think?
I don't
I
think
don't
we have
see
much
any
of a
way around
choice.
fighting him.
Well, if there's a way to get by him without fighting and that be our greatest chance of survival, how would we even do that? Like, Hotam, you said that's an option. How do you get past something like that?
There are many ways, depending on how stern your stomach is. One of you could sacrifice yourself. We could simply rush through him and let fate decide who he strikes. We could try to maneuver ourselves or distract or trick him in some way.
I'm
Uh,
gonna go back and fight the assholes.
has there
So,
been anyone that has fought him and survived? I mean, there has to have been.
Yes, of course. Some people have made it through. Even the great devils themselves are not immune to fighting the guardians of the door. And when he is killed, he simply revives in a few days from his hive. He is not immortal by any means, though technically he is, but not for our conditions.
What if we go to
mm,
Abramock and see if there's any way that we can do some research, dig some information up, try to figure out those who did fight him, what they did and how they came out and what happened, like their tactics, or if there's anything we can glean on how to,
yeah, like prices, like
well,
things that he might ask for instead.
yeah, or ways that we can sneak by, try to formulate our an actual cohesive plan instead of what we generally do is just go in and hope we don't get fucked.
We do have that dragon tooth. I'm just saying.
I know, but do you want to waste it on this, or do you want to waste it on something that's a little bit more harrowing in our own realm?
It's just gonna get worse, but this one's this one's still pretty scary.
Yeah, but we only get one use, though.
Mm,
I'd rather make sure if we actually summon Clask that it's to our full benefit to help turn the tide on something. And I know you remember
well,
fighting them fucking white knights. I know you remember how difficult they were.
yeah. This might be We decide next time.
Kotam's only advice to this, he adjusts his gold half mask as we all talk and think as you're adrift on this ocean with plenty of time. He says, not an unsound plan, but I remind you that this lair is hostile to outsiders. It would not be a matter of going to the library and checking out a book. From the moment you land at the capital, you will be fighting all the way up. But I
Yeah.
doubt any of those fights are as grim.
Any other suggestions, boys?
No, I can't think of anything at this moment.
Patrick, did you ever attune to that crazy ass fire weapon?
Yeah,
It
I
said
did.
something about claiming your fucking soul, didn't it?
Yep.
He
And
just
it's gonna be a fight regardless, boys.
didn't even give a second thought. Just gonna go ahead and use it. Fuck it.
Yep.
I have to like get killed while I'm using it though.
Yeah.
And if I die using it, and it is what it is. I'll accept my fate.
As a tantalizer for next time, I'll pull his picture in. He's kind of scary.
You're about to hear the words, I am not fucking with that guy.
Turn it on. Thank you, Sweetie.
So, getting towards the edge of the great ocean, you can see where he has this sort of funnel toward the end. You see the shimmering portal, which the lava seems to go nowhere and stop at nothing, and you can only imagine that's the door to the next area. There is no wall, guardian, no entrance fee, no riddle to be solved or quest to be conquered. But on a rickety wooden bridge, and in a tall, muscle-bound, almost radiating energy insect devil stands waiting for anyone to approach.
I've got my ice breath ready for him.
Better roll well on divine intervention.
He is
Paul is gonna save us.
he is buffeted by dog-sized wasps all over him in a cloud.
Dog-sized and enough to make a cloud.
Yes, yes.
Jesus Christ.
He didn't say what kind of dogs. It could be your.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't. They could be Chihuahuas.
It's too big for a wasp.
You're just gonna be like, oh no, it's like Great Danes,
Yeah.
It's golden retriever size.
big ones at that.
And they have the lovingness of a golden retriever where they just want to jump on you constantly.
Oh yeah.
Oh, they want to jump on you, all right.
Good God.
So, a more simple realm. No quests, no people asking for help, no choices to be made, really. Just the one. How are you going to get past the bouncer? For next time on D&D.
Gonna just shoot his rickety bridge down and kill him.
Yeah, just like Bowser.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just pick up the hammer and
I've got a fucking plan.
uh,
I've already got a fucking plan.
He glows internally, and his obsidian plates seem to have lava in the center, in the middle. So I don't just to curtail any dunk him in the lava plans.
No, I've got something.
Okay.
I've already got
Well, I'm
got
sorry.
something.
I'm excited for next week
Love you.
on D&D.